I wanted to have all the cool gore horror stuff that the second and the first one had, but I really wanted to bring an action element to this film. On a limited time, limited budget, 24 days, it was, you know, kind of like a white knuckle ride where you're holding on as hard as you can.
Close the door! Close the door!
I have the prison for one day only, and they want us in and out because it's a real prison. I have this whole prison yard sequence. I have a, you know, interior and getting them on the bus and having the bus come in and out. And as we, you know, get ready to have the bus come in, it breaks down. It breaks down first thing, first off, first day of shooting. And I'm there with everybody pushing that bus, and I think somebody said, "Hey, Declan, how's it going?" I'm like, "First day shooting, everything's going great," you know? So I'm like, let's just push the damn bus in where we need it to be, okay? I'm gonna go shoot everything else, get the mechanic here, fix the bus.
This is the stuff that I dreamed of.
Oh, shit! I had the railing put in for the cliff, and when we're shooting that night, they had hired a company that put in real steel railing. And I look at the steel railing and I look at the bus and, you know, that's real cement steel railing. And I'm like, somebody get us a blowtorch. We need to cut these things because I needed the railing to break away. Well, they didn't have the concept of breakaway. So we had to cut all that before I rolled the bus that night. I buried a camera in the side of a hill and, you know, showed the stunt coordinators, the stunt driver, where the camera was. And I'm like, dude, if you can get it to go over this camera and not take it out. And he did. He absolutely did. That bus just glides right across the frame. And then coordinating all of that and making sure everybody was in a safe distance was very difficult. It was a big, big, big night. And then I had to do the blowing up of the bus the next night. So as soon as it got dark, the explosion was the first thing that we did that night. And I had, you know, very good pyrotechnic team. And, you know, and I told them I want it big. Let's make it big. And I had my two actors, Tom Frederick and Chucky Venn, who are coming out of the bus right before it explodes. And I have the prisoners sitting behind a berm. And so they're asking me, how should we react? I'm like, you just react normally. It'll come natural, you know? And I told the other guys, it's gonna be really warm, okay? It's gonna seem really warm. It's gonna be very, very loud, but it's gonna be completely safe. When you hear that go and you feel that blast, just dive. The prisoners who are watching the bus, they're all like, oh. You know, they're all ducking down and then they're popping their heads back up because it just absolutely scared the bejesus out of them.
What's exciting here, if you've got one individual slowly but surely tearing them apart, using his common sense, using his brain, and he's using what he does best, which is murdering, maiming, killing people.
We thought long and hard, coming up with some interesting sort of stuff. One of the traps in the beginning, I referred to as the egg slicer. And getting that to work was interesting. I think you know, and that thing just really came up and went whoosh, right over your head. And it's kind of scary because you only have about that much headroom. And so before the actor stood in there, I went to the effects guys, I stood in there, I'm like, okay, you know, and let the thing go, and if it brains me, we're out. You're out of a movie. And so they let it go, and sure enough, it was fine.
Fantastic, Charlie. We got it.
That guy's a mission.
The most disgusting thing I think I saw was Jake Curran's death. I was on set that day watching the playback. That was horrible. To watch his close-up on that was the worst, I think.
Good.
Blood in my eyes, and I had to move my head, and there was this great chunky thing kept cracking me in the back of the head.
The best part of Bulgaria is there's right next to the main city, Sofia, the capital, there's this mountain called Vitosha, and it has this, you know, national forest. And the woods are just spectacular, huge, haunting trees. There's also this river of boulders. Literally, it's a river made out of boulders, and underneath the water, you can hear the water going. That's where I shot the fire sequence.
The police, come on, you hit motherfucker! I'll kill you with my back!
I'm really, really proud of the fire sequence, setting Gil Corin on fire. It's really him there.
I was approached and said, do you want to go in flames? And I hand on heart, I was totally relaxed about it. I said, yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Watch closely. So help me God, it is me.
Action! Shit! Ah! Ah! Ah!
There is another take when a wonderful stuntman comes in and does the full body stuff, but up to that point, it's all me, baby.
Everybody's okay!
The other one was launching this tow truck, you know, into a tree. We had to pick the right tree so we wouldn't knock the tree over. And we had to have enough of a straightaway, and then it was a matter of building the ramp. And, you know, we got the shot off, and the stunt driver hit that tree just right, and the back wheels of the truck came right over the camera that was in the crash camera. So we got pretty lucky there as well. And believe it or not, there was just like a little nick. And that's it. I was like, you know, I'm worried about the tree. It didn't harm the tree at all. The tree was perfectly fine, and we bashed in the whole front of this, you know, Ford pickup. You know, I had to crash the tow truck, and I had to explode the tow truck, and I had to do it all in one night. And then I had to get the dawn shot. The line producer has this moped, right? And so I took over the moped for the shoot. So I'd go around and, you know, I'd have the moped, and I'd be able to go check makeup and go down, you know, the camera truck and go to set and all that sort of stuff. Dawn is coming, and everybody is just tired, completely tired. And it's like, you know, one of the last days of shooting, and I know I have to get this shot, and nobody's coordinating anything because they're just burned out. Got a bullhorn, hopped on the moped, zoomed down to the guys, these two guys, and on one side for the cars, and zoomed around to the other two guys, and okay, when I call action, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and I zoom back, and as I'm zooming back towards Video Village, you know, I'm calling action, you know, as I'm on the moped, and everybody starts going because I knew that if I wanted to get that shot, I wanted to get it at dawn, and it had to be right, so it was pretty wild and crazy.